Behavior Interactive's Meet Your Maker is a very fun base builder and dungeon crawler, but it has several progression systems that aren't really well explained in any of the tutorials or menus. So in this video, I want to explain what each of the systems are, how you level them up, and what you get for leveling them up. The first system we're going to talk about is the Tribute Level system. It's that bar in the top center that says Tribute Level 7 with the little recycling icon next to it. This system is a very passive way of giving you the red currency called cells. That's very important to upgrading, like your traps, your suits, and anything else really. For every set amount of gen mat that you collect, either through raiding other people's bases or through having your own bases active and killing players in it, for every chunk of gen mat gained in one of those two ways, you gain the amount of cells shown on the right end of the bar. And the more you fill up the bar during any week, the more cells you get, up to a maximum of 75 after filling up the bar 7 times in a single week. So if you want to check your progress on the tribute level at any time, you can come up to the Chimera where it says Chimera Project, press F, and it's this box here. So you can see here it says I have 2,329 out of 3,750 gen mat. Basically, one brutal base will give you 3,750 gen mat. So really what this means is for every brutal base you run, you get anywhere from 45 to 75 cells. It's a solid way to stack up cells when you're trying to upgrade your equipment. Next, we're talking about the advisor level. You can level up these 5 people in your base by collecting gen mat, either through raiding or having active bases, in much the same way that you gain tribute level, with the main difference being when you level up an advisor, if you go and talk to them and you look at the boosts that they give, you can see that the higher the level, the higher the duration of the boost. On top of that, when they do level up, they'll turn all red like this, which means they're ready to be fed to the Chimera to increase the Chimera level. So that's what we'll talk about next. So anytime you see an advisor turn red like that, you'll have the option to come over here and hit this big flashing button, which will grind up your advisor and feed them to the Chimera. You can come over here, see them go down the tube, and it's kind of gross. Makes a little yucky noise, and then follow the tubes, and eventually, yeah, there you go. So you feed the advisors to the Chimera, and if you feed 5 of them to the Chimera, it'll level up. And what's important to know here is that leveling the Chimera doesn't really serve any particular purpose on its own. There's no real benefit to having a high level Chimera, but every time you level it up, you do gain a big chunk of all 3 of the currency types. So it's definitely worth leveling up as often as possible, because you need quite a bit of these currencies to upgrade all of the equipment that's available. Up next, we have the player level, or the custodian level. That's the number in the top right corner of the screen directly above me. You get experience for your custodian every time you break a trap or kill a guard, or I believe you get some for killing players in your bases as well, but basically just for breaking stuff. Similarly to the Chimera, there's no real innate benefit to having a high player level, but when you do level up your custodian, you gain another chunk of synthite to keep your bases running or upgrade some gear. And the last system there is to explain is the ranking system. In the same corner up above, there's that little emblem to the left of my name and player level. You gain rank points by raiding other players' bases with as few deaths as possible, and you can also gain some rank points by killing other players in your bases. So whether you're more of a raider or a builder, there are ways to increase your rank. Currently the rank system goes from bronze 1 to bronze 4, and then you go to silver 1 to silver 4, up to gold again 1 to 4, and then once you complete gold 4, you end up in the master rank, which is the emblem you see up there, and from there you end up on a leaderboard system rather than a division system. As far as I can tell, you can't be demoted from master. It just shows your position on the master leaderboard based on your rank points. Right now there isn't really too much to the ranking system, but the developers have announced that at the end of each season, which lasts probably a couple months, they will be giving out rewards based on the rank that you've achieved by the end of the season, though they haven't announced what those rewards will be. So when they do announce those rewards, keep your eye on my channel for a video talking about them. And yeah, that's the last of the systems. So I hope this helps clarify some things in the game for you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you remember to like and subscribe, and come see me in another video.